Welcome to another edition of Rogues Gallery, where we count down the best of the worst villains according to your votes. This week we're looking at possibly the greatest group of rogues of all time, the fearsome foes of the Batman. Just missing out on the top 10 this week were Talia al Ghul, Hugo Strange, and the Penguin. Let's start the countdown. Number 10, Catwoman. Selina Kyle was inspired by the appearance of the Batman to don a costume of her own and take to Gotham's rooftops, but in pursuit of golden jewels as the city's most prominent cat burglar. Selina has long been engaged in a will they won't they back and forth with Batman, and in recent years is on his side more often than not, but when she crosses his path, she can be one of his fiercest enemies. Number 9, the Court of Owls. The Court of Owls are a long-standing secret society founded in Gotham, whose reach extends around the world. They employ a group of undead assassins known as the Talons to take down their enemies, and tried to convince Batman of an older secret brother kept hidden from him by his parents. Number 8, the Scarecrow. Dr. Jonathan Crane was a psychiatrist so obsessed with the concept of fear that it overwhelmed him, and he became the villainous Scarecrow to instill fear in others. With his patented fear gas, he can make people experience their worst nightmares or take away their fear completely, making them even more dangerous. Number 7, Poison Ivy. Dr. Pamela Isley was a biochemical engineer obsessed with plant life to the point that she valued it above all other life on Earth. Altering her body to become more in tune with nature, she became Poison Ivy and gained the ability to control all plant life, seeking to return Earth to whom she sees as its true masters. Number 6, Mr. Freeze. Dr. Victor Freeze was a scientist working for Wayne Enterprises, who used his advances in cryogenic storage to preserve the life of his ill wife Nora. However, an accident left him unable to live outside of ice-cold conditions, and he began his criminal career as a way to fund the research needed to cure his wife. Number 5, the Riddler. Edward Nygma is obsessed with proving that he is more intelligent than Batman, and to prove that, he became the villainous Riddler, setting traps around Gotham City and forcing the Dark Knight to solve clues in order to save lives. Occasionally, Nygma has operated as a private investigator and ally to Batman, but more often than not, he's one of the biggest thorns in the hero's side. Number 4, Bane. Raised inside the deadliest prison on Earth, Bane studied under the most dangerous criminals and came to Gotham with one goal: break the Batman. He succeeded too, figuring out Batman's identity and wearing him out with a gauntlet of villains before confronting him in his home and breaking his back across his knee, putting Bruce Wayne out of commission for over a year. Number 3, Two-Face. Harvey Dent was the charismatic and incredibly talented Gotham DA who was brave enough to take on the mob, and in return they attacked him with a vial of acid which corroded half of his face. The attack caused Harvey to retreat into the identity of Two-Face, a separate personality with an obsession with duality. Two-Face makes all of his choices with a flip of his trademark silver dollar, although it often varies whether the dollar is rigged or not to give Two-Face the outcome he desires. Occasionally, Harvey's face has been repaired through surgery, but more often than not, the damage to his psyche is too severe, and he re-inflicts the scars on himself to reveal his true face. Number 2, Ra's al Ghul. Ra's al Ghul is the seemingly immortal leader of the League of Assassins, who uses the mystical Lazarus Pits to stay healthy, and if need be, even return from the dead. His rivalry with Batman comes from a place of admiration, and sees the Dark Knight as an equal worthy of joining his family, whether he wants to or not. While Ra's would like Batman, the father of his grandson, to be a more willing member of the family, it doesn't stop him from his attempts to take over the world. The League of Assassins' ultimate goal is to control and shape the future of the world, and Ra's al Ghul will see his legacy as the master of that destiny, regardless of who gets in his way. And number 1, the Joker. No one truly knows who the Joker is, but the most commonly accepted origin is that he was a petty criminal known as the Red Hood who fought with Batman and fell into a vat of industrial waste, which dyed his skin and hair and drove him completely insane. He became the Clown Prince of Crime and the most feared villain in all of Gotham due to his instability and chaotic approach to life. The Joker is, without question, Batman's greatest villain, and among other things, is responsible for the death of Jason Todd and the crippling of Barbara Gordon. One of the scariest things about the Joker is you never quite know who you're going to get. It might be the lovable and harmless prankster, or it might be a genocidal monster who wants to kill everyone in Gotham to prove his love for Batman. It was recently revealed that there are actually 3 Jokers representing different incarnations of the character, but what that means for the future of the character and his relationship with Batman is still currently up in the air. That's it for this week's Rogues Gallery. Keep an eye on Comics Alliance to have your say in the latest polls.